Joining us now at our CBN News studios in Brussels is Israeli Ambassador to the European Union and NATO, Ambassador David Walzer. Thanks for joining us.
Good afternoon. Thanks for having me.
What is at play here? Why make a deal with a country that has such a bad track record?
I think that if you look at our region, the broader region, the wider Middle East, leaders, by and large, in the international community, tend to deal or tend to put out fires which are burning our fingers, and not deal with what's important, but with what is burning. And the notion that Iran can be, or might be, or should be a partner for us, the international community, I mean, in solving problems in the region, and therefore we better strike a deal with it, I think this is a big mistake. If you look at Iran's proxies in the region, all the way from Hezbollah in Lebanon, to the Shiites in Iraq, to the Houthis in Yemen, to what's going on in Syria, you can understand that a nuclear Iran, or Iran after a deal, Iran which will be equipped with much more money to support its struggle for dominance in the region, is a much more problematic, a much more dangerous. Some have even said, so what? Either we strike a deal or we go to war with Iran. I'm sorry, but those are not the only options. The international community has proven that tough sanctions do work, and Iran has come to the table. So why not go on using the measure you have been implementing successfully?
How would you characterize relations between the Obama White House and Prime Minister Netanyahu's government?
We have disagreements, and disagreements on some fundamental and basic issues, but those occur in the most intimate companies of even within families. So hostility, I don't think, reflects the reality of our relations. I think that Israel and the United States, or should I say, the United States and Israel, are very close allies and very good friends.
Are you surprised that we're again dealing with anti-Semitism in Europe?
I'm not sure whether I'm surprised, but I hoped very much that 70 years after the Holocaust, anti-Semitism will definitely, or will never be on the rise again in Europe. And the fact that we are talking about it today, and the fact that Jews in this continent ask themselves whether they should stay here or leave, by itself is frightening.
Is the time of the Jews in Europe over?
I think that the threat is growing, and the dangers are much bigger than they used to be. By the end of the day, it should be the decision of every person whether he wants to pack and leave for Israel or for the States or for anywhere in the world. I think that the fact that people ask themselves this question is by itself frightening. Mind you, Jews have lived in this continent for thousands of years. The fact that they have to ask themselves whether it is still their home is by itself frightening.
I can't help but ask, is there a feeling that in Israel that you're losing friends in the world, that the number of nations you can count on continues to shrink?
We would like to be, if you wish, more popular, but we will stay the course. We know that we fight for something which is just, and we will stay the course.
Well, I know our many CBN viewers that support Israel are praying for Israel and standing with it. Ambassador David Walzer, thank you for joining us.
Again, thanks for having me.